That's right. Right, we are here at NZB Christchurch. A bit of a wrap of the sale altogether. Dean Shannon's been kind enough to join me. Firstly, Dean, been a great day. Been a very, very positive day for the industry today, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good. I think the right lots went for the right money, and today seemed quite a good day in terms of sell-through rates.
They seem to be funny things, sales, and I know you like them, and I like them. And there's a lot of emotion gets involved with them when you get a lot of pass-ins going through. People start to get negative, but today it started off on a great note, and I think it's finished on a very good note, very positive note for the industry.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the sell-through rate was really strong, and I think there's a lot more happy buyers and sellers today. So yeah, I think it worked out well all round.
And we need that. I don't think anyone can expect everything to be high and low all the time and going from there. Yourself, you purchased one, but you've also, the TAB have purchased another 4. This is an exciting new venture that you guys have entertaining with Entain and the TAB, and it's a great new venture. And basically people can claim ownership of these eventually for basically nothing.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bit of a conflict for me today. In particular, there's a few nice horses I bought for the TAB I would have liked myself, but the important thing is we got some well-related horses that I think our customers can relate to. We've got a full brother to Franco Indy that's going to the Duns. We've got a Captain Crunch out of One Dream that's going to Cran. And I bought a nice Art Major colt that's going to Nathan Williamson, and I bought a full brother to Don't Stop Dreaming, which is going to Barry Purdon and Scott Phelan. Yeah. So I think that they're horses that our customers will resonate really well with, and so we're looking forward to launching the new app and website. Probably end of April, beginning of May, and our customers will just be able to subscribe to those horses, and they'll get the full ownership experience without the expense. And we'll run special promotions around like namings of the horses, or when they're ultimately raced. We'll get them out to the track and buy them a free beer and some specials around our horses, no doubt, and have owners for the day promotions and all that type of thing, Paul. So I think we're really engaging for our punters and our customers, and who knows, they might decide that they want to participate in ownership for real down the track.
And that's the idea of it, is to get people the taste, if you like. I mean, established owners can be part of it too, but maybe someone that's on the thoroughbreds or never even thought about owning a horse, maybe getting involved in it and then coming here one day, if it's in next year, 2 years, 3 years, but potentially coming here and purchasing a horse and continue to grow this sport that we all love.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's just another dimension to the tab, and it's going to be a new look tab in a couple of months' time, and we want to keep bringing new things to the customers to keep them interested, and I think it'll be really interesting. And I think an intended consequence of that is really it should actually help with ownership. And I think ultimately punters they do like becoming owners. I was one of them myself. I used to be a punter and eventually became an owner, and all of a sudden end up being a bookmaker too, right? But certainly I think it'll be highly engaging for our customers, and really looking forward to it. Of course, we started it with the Ladbrokes Racing Club over in Australia, and that's working really well, and we expect the engagement to be even better here in New Zealand.
Your commitment to harness racing on both sides of the ditch, if you like, and I'm big on saying Southern Hemispherical trotting or harness racing. Duncan will tell me off for pinching one of his lines, but you've got a massive commitment. You want to continue it, you want to make it grow, but the industry needs to change the way we do things as well. We need to pull our socks up. We need to change a lot of how we present ourselves and what we do, but and also think outside the square. This concept is that think outside the square.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And I think, in New Zealand we've got a really good opportunity to build our market share and sort of win some of that discretionary spend. But look, I have to say that the bones and the interest in harness racing on the domestic product in New Zealand is really strong. So we've got a really good base to build from, and we want to keep pace with the other codes and make sure that we continue to grow our sport here. So look, this is one of many initiatives, and hopefully a lot of other things that we're introducing our customers here will really like, and ultimately give them a better experience overall.
I think well done, Dean. I think well done to yourself and the team for thinking outside the square. Anyone wondering, the full to Don't Stop Dreaming was a sale topper as well. So it's not like you bought, meaningful horses. You've gone through your process, you've looked at them and you valued them at a mark. When they went past their value, I saw you walk away on a couple of them and you just decided, no, we're not going to just buy a horse just for the sake of it. You're making sure you get the right horses.
No, absolutely. I know, Don't Stop Dreaming's full brother was a sale topper, but, he's a very current horse. Don't Stop Dreaming, he's going to be around for a few years, and for all our customers to participate in some way to his full brother, is going to be a really cool thing, I think, for our customers. So, I was prepared to go a bit higher, for that, and I think I bought the other ones pretty well, so I saved a bit of money for them. But I wasn't not going to come away with that horse because I just think it's going to be very interesting for our customer base.
It's a massive smart move. In a way, it's actually also a little bit interesting as well, because he's also your arch enemy at the minute. But I do think well done, because exactly that. People are going to be watching a full brother to Don't Stop Dreaming. So Don't Stop Dreaming potentially will be lining up in this year's New Zealand Cup, after his Hunter Cup run. So this horse that you bought can't race, but people can watch his brother. They can come to the trots and watch it, and they say, I've got a full brother to that horse, and that's that early marketing. So there's a lot of planning been going on behind there, not just the fact he's a cracking colt and everything else like that. I go with that.
No, for sure. On type, he was, the best colt in the sale, in my opinion, or one of the best couple. I hope I pick the other one, right? But he was definitely certainly ticked all my boxes, and Barry and Scotty really liked him too. And and look, Don't Stop Dreaming goes really well. That his full brother, Dreams Are Free, goes really well, and his brother from last year, I think, trialled really well today. So the mare's really produced, and I think you play the percentages, and he's a nice type, comes from a great family, great mare, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with him. Certainly going to be trained to perfection, with Barry and Scotty. As you know, I've sort of had a personal experience with that over the last sort of 7 or 8 years, and just the way that they sort of have a very small select team, and they get the best out of the horses.
I love what you've done, actually. I think Barry's walking around with so much more spring in his step. I know he had a crook hip, but I think he's just reinvigorated. Their team is flying as a good a team right across the board, too. Young horses and old horses, and going from there. Just quickly, 2 things you've got to do with all the power that you have. Can we stop this silly... Why is Merlin being called It's Merlin? A lot of the Kiwis won't even know he's racing on Saturday night at Harold Park. I was going to say Menangle. We need to be able to stop that. When a horse has got a name like Merlin and he's as good as what he is, can we get that to stay? But one, how's he settled in, and are you happy with the race?
Yeah, well, that's Harness Racing Australia, so I really can't comment on that, but... I struggle to see why they just can't have the NZ after.
Even if there is another horse called Merlin, like for the sake of it, he's going to come back here for the New Zealand Cup. So, I mean, it's only a short-term thing. It's not like he's living in Australia for the rest of his life.
No, it's crazy. So, anyway, look, I'm sure the Kiwis will work out. It is actually Merlin, and he flew over early in the week, and he settled in well, getting used to the flies in Australia. But no, he's good. He's hasn't drawn particularly well in the heats, but I think he'll definitely qualify and be cherry ripe for the Chariots, which I think will be a great race this year.
I think it's well worth all the Aussies getting out to check him out. I've been fortunate enough to see him 2 and 3 times. One, he goes sensational. He's fast, he's strong. You'll find he's fast, he's strong. He does so many other things. Go and look at him in the stalls as well. Like, he's a rock star to look at. Him and Don't Stop Dreaming, they've got the looks. They're going to take on the Aussies, and we need this. We need this cross-Tasman punting from your point of view with the hats that you wear, but we just need it to invigorate this sport, and people will be able to embrace these horses as well. It's going to be so much good fun and so much good racing. Hopefully he's there in 2 weeks' time, because I'm going to be there as well, so you never know, I might be able to put the microphone back in front of you again.
For sure. Well, like the punters and fans, they need the heroes in harness racing, and the heroes are the horses, right? That's what they like to see, and they like to see the competition, and they like to get good odds about their favourite horse, and the only way that happens is when they race the other good horses, right? So, it's a great rivalry between him and Don't Stop Dreaming, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how we go in the Chariots against some of the Aussies. Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be great racing. You're really torn now, because if Don't Stop Dreaming beats you, you're sort of okay with that. but you'd rather beat him. So you really got that betwixt and between, but I'm sure all the Kiwis will be barracking for both those horses over there, taking on the Aussies and saying, look, we are still the best, and I think it's great. Dean, I could talk to you forever. Thank you very much for giving me a little bit of time. Congratulations today on your purchases, and also what you are doing with harness racing here in New Zealand, or with the punting side of things and reinvigorating the sport, the bonuses that you guys are implementing, and I'm sure there's plenty more to come. But as I say to the industry, don't just sit back and say, oh, this is good, and go back into our worries, if you like. Get out there, be positive, promote the sport. Everyone get out there and promote the sport and get it better and better, mate. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks, Paul. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, mate.